Happy Tuesday morning. Welcome. Let's go to launch into this thing. Peace in his hands. Peace in his hand is what I'm thinking this is called. B. Got a little rough spot there on my desk. Be still. Be still. Let's see here. Be still. Within. Be still within, you are held by the one who calms the storm. You are held by. Hey, Narendra Kings. Welcome. Hello back to you. Thank you. You are held by. You are held by the. Let's see if I can get a different pen. All the many choices of pens are there. Calms the storm. Held by the one who. still within. You are held by the one who calms the storm. Don't chase. Don't chase what lies beyond your reach. Don't chase what lies. How do we know that? How do we know what lies beyond our reach? Be still within. You are held by the one who calms the storm. Don't chase what lies. What lies. Beyond. Don't chase what lies beyond. I read it over and over. Beyond your reach. Well, you're welcome for writing this. I love writing this. Thank you for being here today. Not a hugger. Let go. Let go. Just let it go. Let go and let God be God. I mean, I don't think we have a choice on that. He's going to be God. And but I guess in our heads, we think that we're going to let God do something. I know what they mean. Let God be let God be God. Yes. Dot, dot, dot. My kids give me a hard time because when I'm texting, I'll do that. Hey, so-and-so, I'll see you down the road at the such and such place, dot, dot, dot. I hope you're doing well today. Dot, dot, dot. Let go. And let God be God. True peace, true kind of cut that top part off. Just let that G hang down like that. Let God be God. True peace. True peace. It's a much, there's just something about just having a thick marker, you know, just can you relate? Hey man, good to see you again. Hey Lex, good to see you. Thank you, Lex the Hex. Thank you for being here. All of you, thank all of you for being here. I appreciate it. On this Tuesday morning. Yes. Hey, this is a random thought. Maybe you guys can relate to this, because if you're tuning into this, maybe that's part of why. I don't, but so like I exercise, but I ride my bicycle, and so you know that's how I get my exercise. But I've been contemplating getting one of these gym memberships, you know, and I've done it in the past, and I don't want to knock any place, but you know, this is kind of you'll know what it's got, purple and the gold colors. That's kind of their primary colors, this place that I had a membership. And I love their machines and everything. But the reason I don't want to do it is there's just so much media in there. It's just so much music and it's so loud, you know? I don't mind the music. I don't mind music, but it's just, I can't escape it. And so it just wrecks my calm, you know? But I really like the place, but if it just wasn't for that. Now that might be why some of you go there, but that's how I feel. I don't know if any of you can relate to that. My little random thought. Lex the Hex, random thoughts are the best thoughts. That's why I work out in the woods. Yeah. You have lots of time to think, right? True peace begins. When you trust. So anyway, so let God be God. True peace begins when you trust. Yes, when you trust. Because he's going to work it out. But you're not going to have peace until you accept that, you know, and trust that he is working it out. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. I'm trying to see here. Let's see. Begins when you trust. When you trust. What he's already. What he's already working out. Okay. So, I could just leave it at that. But as you know, maybe not all of you, but the ones who've been here, you know I put some dots. I always suspect that the ones who, when it gets down to 2 or 3, that maybe you've been here before, you know. But anyway, I'll add these dots here just to add a little bit of depth and to just my therapeutic dots. May not, I don't know if it's therapeutic for you, but it kind of is for me to kind of space them in there. Just, you know, you just kind of feel it. Put a little dots here, a little there, thicker dots. I'd like to have a little lighter pen. Yeah. Try not to cover up what I'm doing for you guys, but sometimes it gets Andy Sharpno, what are you saying? Let's see. Here I am looking for garage door opener, you're saying. Opener, installation, and here you are live. Gotta ask, whose garage do you remember most for playing music? My goodness. Andy. I feel like I'm starting to lose. You know, I usually can remember that stuff. Let me see here. You have a great week too. I'm thinking about this. Did we have a jam session, or was it like a was I playing like a little house concert, or you didn't host an event, did you? I feel crazy, Andy. Okay, so I'm going to think about that. You're going to have to enlighten me in the days to come. All I know is that when I think about so much of that, it had to have been in Indiana, and the time that I have spent, and I have more days there because I have family in Indiana, my wife's family, but I have just some wonderful friends there, and people who just, I did a lot of music and just spent a lot of time with some sweet people, and I don't take that for granted. I love my Indiana friends and family. And I appreciate you, Andy. I don't know if you may be working with your garage door guy. But Kathy used to tell me about just when y'all were in high school, you were the president of the class. All that just sounded like an interesting story, how that all came about. So anyway, I'm being very vague, but I appreciate you, and I appreciate the coffee that you provided at our wedding many moons ago, and I appreciate you just kind of showing up in my life. So thank you for that. Okay, let me add. I'm going to throw the blue on there, throw a little blue pastel. Anyway, but I'm going to think about that. You probably think I'm crazy because I can't, it's probably obvious, but. A little blue for you. Well, I always add blue. I need to change my color. Somebody asked me the other day what my favorite color was, and that's really a pretty broad question, you know what I mean? Because like the primary colors, you could just, blue is broad. I mean, there's so much. Different blues make me feel a different way, I can't just say I like blue. I mean, I do say that, but blues are, and this really isn't blue, right? This is more like a turquoisey blue-green, and I'm calling it blue. That's an interesting thought. Do we talk in primary colors or? Okay, my artiste fans. If it's not a primary color, what is it? All right, you guys, gals, y'all. I went over to Kentucky one time and they called us Ewans. All right, Ewans. just love being here. I've got to do some stuff this morning and get on out of here. But you guys, thank you for hanging in with me. Thank you for subscribing. I always, I don't like begging for that. I enjoy. I'll do this anyway, you know. But I am the man who has more videos than subscribers at this point. And I always say, help me prove myself wrong on that. So, all right. God bless each and every one of you. And you have a good day. And I'll see you on the other side, probably late tonight. Bye-bye.